All right. Hello, everybody. Jason Reynolds here with Visions Realty and Investments. Happy to have you guys with us and really excited to have Tammy Stone with Alamo Title. How are you?
I'm good, Jason. How are you?
Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. You know, COVID has me working at home,
Yes.
but that's okay. Well, guys, Tammy and I have been working together for over 4 years,
At
somewhere around
least.
there, at least
Yes.
4 years. But Tammy has been in the business for 21 years, so just a little bit of experience. Started in college as a part-time job, is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Now I was reading
Shooting
this, it said,
film.
yeah, I read that and I read that, I was like, oh, you were a film major, that's pretty cool. And then I
Yeah.
realized that I'm just a millennial and I don't get what was
That's
going on back then.
right. That's right. Back in the day, and I'm sure it still is, that's how those documents are stored at the courthouse. They're all on these little cartridges, and you would put them in this little film machine and print them, the deed records.
Wow.
Aging myself.
Back in the day.
See?
Well, Alamo, Tammy, you've always worked out of Fort Worth, essentially.
Yes.
But
Yes.
Alamo pretty much covers the whole Metroplex. So in
Sure.
terms of your service area, the whole DFW area, really.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
Anywhere from Johnson all the way up to Dallas County, anywhere in between.
Perfect. Well, we're going to keep this short and sweet. So you guys, I wanted to bring Tammy on mainly to just get a little, conversation about how COVID is maybe impacting the title industry, and also some tips for folks when they're going to close on a property that might be good to know. So the first question is, how is COVID impacting closings at this time?
Honestly, I would say business as usual, meaning we've been doing closings. Yes, we've changed some protocols. We're cleaning the offices, new pins, everybody's wearing masks, those sort of things. But we have been super busy handling closings here in our office. People are buying homes.
Yeah, that's the same way here. Nothing seems to be slowing down. So
Right. Yes, it has been busy, just maybe a little different that people are working from home, like yourself. And so then the emails kind of come in the evenings and maybe longer work hours, right?
maybe, yeah. So the time that you've been a closer with Alamo and other companies, what are some of the most common questions that you maybe get from clients when they're in the closing process, in buying a home or even selling their home?
Sure. I think the most common question that I ever get is the appraisal in? I think appraisals are, and it's I bring that up because I don't typically get notified when the appraisal's scheduled or done or what it is, but it's definitely that number one question, even for us, and I'm sure for you as well.
Yeah, for the seller, it's, am I going to get paid? And for the
Right.
buyer, it's, is my loan going to be the right size?
Right. Yeah. Is the appraisal in? Are we on closing on time? For sure.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay. Now, obviously, it's real estate, so there's a million hangups that sometimes occur in real estate transactions, and there's new ones almost every day that I find.
Right.
But what would you say is the most common hangup that maybe delays the closing that could be prevented, that if there was some extra legwork done by the buyer that would help provide a smoother process, or seller?
I think just exactly what you just said is providing that information, letting us know up front. It's amazing how many times later in the transaction we find that either the sellers are divorcing, or the buyer's going to be out of town, or you know what I mean, just any of those things. So just communication and letting everybody know ahead of time, just to kind of swerve those changes.
Perfect. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the buyer buying a nice big old truck a couple days before closing.
That's right. You got to tell somebody that
Yeah,
so they can tell
yeah.
you not to.
Well, good. Well, you guys, you heard that. Be prepared. Keep the title company in the loop, and they're obviously not going to answer the appraisal question. You probably need to talk to your lender about that.
Right. That's right.
So, perfect. Well, thank you, Tammy. If you guys, have title questions, maybe have an upcoming potential closing where you want to, close on the sale of your property. If you're the seller, you get to really decide where you close at. And also, if you're a buyer, you can essentially negotiate that too. So if you do have specific questions, I'm sure Tammy would be happy to visit with you, and we will post her information down in the notes below. Again, thank you guys so much for joining. Tammy, thank you for jumping on with us,
Yes, thank
and
you.
we'll talk to you soon.